Hi, welcome to Jessica Lamb Stamps. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable 3x3 note card box. This is a great little gift for your babysitter, a teacher, or just your friend to say thank you. You can monogram the front of the box with their initials, and inside I have a set of 4 note cards. This will hold the 4 note cards and 4 envelopes. And I used the Summer Smooches Designer Series paper for this project. This box really comes together super quick, and I'm going to show you how to make it. You're going to start with basically a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You want to trim it to 8 by 5.5. To make the bottom of the box, we're going to score the paper at 3.5 and 4.5. And what's really neat about this Simply Scored tool from Stampin' Up! Is that there are these little markers that come with your scorer. And there's grooves that you can put these markers in every 1/8 of an inch. So I have a marker at 3.5 and 4.5. You also get the scoring tool. This side is a little bit larger than this side. It doesn't matter which side you use, whatever is your preference. I generally use the smaller side. And you want to score with an even pressure. You don't want to press down too hard, otherwise you'll tear the paper, and that's not what we want to do. We just want to score it so it folds easily for us. So you're going to take your scoring tool, you'll put it in the little notch. There's a little groove there, and then you're just going to pull back gently, nice and slow. If you want, you can go over it again, but again, don't press too hard. So that was at 3.5, and then here at 4.5. And just drag it back nice and slow. Okay? Then we're going to rotate the paper, and we're going to score it at 1 inch. And I have a place marker there as well. And just score it at 1 inch. And I'm going to rotate the paper and do it this side as well. The key when you are using the Simply Scored is to make sure your paper is flush against the side and the top. That's how you'll know it's straight. So I have this. I want to show you. I wrote on it. Hopefully you guys can see it. So again, the paper is 8 inch by 5.5. We scored it at 3.5 and 4.5. And then we turned it and scored it at 1 inch. And we scored the other 8-inch side at 1 inch. Okay? So then the next thing we're going to do is take our paper snips. Oh, let me show you this way. We're going to take our paper snips and we're going to snip right here. You're going to do this on both sides. Okay, so now you see I have these little tabs on both sides. Then you're going to take your box and fold it on the score lines. Now if you want really crisp lines, use your bone folder and you get really nice crisp lines for your box. Okay, so I have that there. Now I'm going to show you this one that I already have done that I used the bone folder on. Then you're going to take where we had those tabbies and you cut out a triangle. Okay, so cut out a triangle right there. Now, you want to use a strong adhesive to assemble your box, and I recommend sticky strip, and you want to use both, 2 strips on each side. So when you fold the box, you want the back is going to come forward like this. Then you want the triangles next, and then you'll take the front piece, remove the sticky strip, and fold your box. If you do it this way, then the seam will be at the back. So you have a nice clean look on the front. So that's it for the box. If you want to stamp the box before you assemble it, you can stamp it. You could add some other pattern paper around it. You could dress it up with some ribbon. There's so many different things you can do. For my box, I just used a punch. I used the 2 3/8 scallop circle punch for the Daffodil Delight paper in the back. And then I stamped my monogram in Island Indigo ink on Whisper white paper, and then I punched it out with the curly label punch, and then adhered it with a couple dimensionals to make it come off the top of the box. And I put these both on after the box was assembled. Since I wasn't stamping it, it was easy to do that way. Now, to make the cute little lid, this is what we have to do. Let me get this stuff out of our way. Okay, so for the lid, you want your paper to be 5 5/8 wide by 3 1/8 long. Okay, so 5 5/8 by 3 3/8. And I'm going to flip it over because this is my finished side. And I'm going to score it on this side. Now, for this, we're just going to score at 1 inch all the way around. So 5 5/8 by 3 1/8, and we're going to score at 1 inch all the way around. Let me use the smaller end. Again, you want to use an even pressure. Now, with the pattern paper, it's not quite as thick as the cardstock, so you don't have to press as hard. And again, just use a gentle pressure. Now, the reason I flipped the paper over to the back side is because when you score, you're making something called a peak or a valley, and I want the valley to be on the side that's not showing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take our paper snips, and on the short end, you're going to cut like we did on the other one. Okay, and you're going to do this on both sides. I'll show you on the white. It's easier to see, not on the pattern paper. Okay, so we're going to make these little tabbies again. Alright, then you're going to make the triangle notches like we did the last time. And you're going to assemble the box the same way. Use the bone folder to get nice crisp lines. Fold your paper. Okay. Use a little sticky strip on the end, and then you'll fold it. And you'll get your cute little top. I'll show you the finished one. Okay. What would be really cute if you had some Whisper white ribbon or Daffodil Delight ribbon, you could punch a couple holes and string some ribbon through and make a little loop, and it could be like a little pull-off top. That would be really adorable. You could take some ribbon and put it around the edge of the paper as well, or even if you use that dotted scallop ribbon border punch, because that's narrow, that would be really cute on the side of the box top as well. So that's how you make this super cute little 3x3 note card box. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. Love to know what you think of it. Please feel free to leave a comment. Thanks so much for stopping by, Jessica Lamb Stamps. Have a great day and happy scrapping. Bye.